Morning, folks. Cup number 2. Hope you're on your second cup or enjoying whatever cup you have, but I dig this stuff. Currently, it's August 27, 2025. XRP, let's see, what's XRP doing right now? They're doing about $3.01. The market's just kind of, going back and forth a little bit. It's in a holding pattern, if you will. But there's news on the ETF front over here. The CME Group is reporting that the XRP futures hit $1 billion in open interest in only 3 months. So the quickest contract to reach that benchmark ever. That is crazy. Now check this out. Here's a little more detail from Nate Garassi. He says that CME Group, of course, says that the futures contracts have crossed over $1 billion in open interest, fastest ever in 3 months. There's already 800 million in futures-based XRP ETFs. Think people might be underestimating the demand for spot XRP ETFs. Now, the deal about spot XRP ETFs is when it says spot, it means they have to buy the digital asset to be able to offer the ETF. They have to own it. So that's going to create an immense amount of buying pressure. So if it's the fastest to get there ever, right? And we know we have about 18 to 20 XRP ETF applications pending. It looks like October is going to be the month that we're going to start to see some approvals if that happens. And once that begins, considering this kind of buying pressure here, you better believe that all the major players are going to want to have their piece of that action right there. But as an investor, I mean, that's just going to push that value up, up, up. And I don't think it's going to stop. It's not going to stop because that digital asset is the one that's actually being used, right? It's in the digital asset stockpile. It's being used for bank cross-border payments. You're tokenizing treasuries on it. They're tokenizing real estate on it. They've acquired Hidden Road. They've acquired Rail. They've got Metaco. They got Standard Custody. They've acquired a lot of tools over at Ripple, and so they're really looking to utilize that XRP digital asset, and people know this. They are watching it. People with money, people who know what they're doing. So those futures, the demand is pretty high. So some of you might ask, well, what's that got to do with anything? So this is where I go to Grok to try to get as clear an explanation, I guess, as I can get for you. So it says, let me have a drink here. It says the surge in XRP futures demand with CME Group's XRP futures reaching a record $1 billion in open interest in just over 3 months since their May 2025 launch has fueled optimism for pending spot XRP ETF applications from major firms like Grayscale, Bitwise, 21 Shares, WisdomTree, Franklin Templeton, and Canary Capital. With SEC decision deadlines set for October 2025, I'm telling you, October's the month. Those are the deadlines for these decisions to be made. It goes on to say, e.g. Grayscale on October 18th. So the first one is Grayscale on October 18th. WisdomTree, October 2024. Those are the first two I think that need to be decided. Over 800 million is already invested in futures-based XRP ETFs, such as Volatility Shares, XRPI, and Tecrium's 2XXRP. Those are leveraged XRP ETFs, which means they don't actually buy the digital asset XRP. But there's a very strong buy volume there, signaling strong institutional and retail interest that analysts like Nate Garassi suggest could translate to significant demand for spot ETFs if approved. The SEC's new criteria requiring 6 months active futures trading bolster XRP's case following the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF playbook. Though delays and regulatory scrutiny remain hurdles. So by the time October rolls around, that's going to be the 6-month window. And in those 6 months, they've had those futures trading. So there's a lot of positive buy pressure there. It got to that mark, that $1 billion mark, much faster than Bitcoin did. Much faster than anything has. That's got to give you some kind of indication. Because these are people in the know. These are major players, and they're playing with real dollars. So I'd like to put my little pennies next to their big dollars, and let's all take a nice ride together and make some money. That's how I see it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and bookmark. We're going to see you guys on the next one. Until next time. Adios, amigos.